Welcome everybody to another World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and this one is from the user the Big Bison, and he is driving the Object 432 on a standard battle on Muravanka. Object 432 is a tier 9 medium tank for the Russians. So this one is going to be pretty fast and pretty furious. It's not a fantastically long replay, as you've probably already guessed by the little timer on the thumbnail that tells you how long the video is. So, I'll just stop talking about that right now. Well, like I said, this one is pretty fast and furious, and it is a masterclass in how to hold a flank. You can see the Big Bison is going to the forest on the right-hand flank. He's got quite a lot of support in the form of those mediums, but they are on the right-hand side, which is quite a dangerous position for them to be in. Opens them up to quite a lot of fire from enemy tanks. Big Bison is furthest forward. Spots out a few enemy tanks. Going to try and get over the top, but with that re-mounted turret, definitely doesn't have the gun depression to get anything on that WZ there. Nowhere near being able to get a shot, but he is reversing out around the hill here. Going to see if he can get a shot on somebody. Quite a lot of enemy tanks here, but the Allies do have around about the same, at least comparable numbers, but like I said, a lot of them seem to be hanging around that D8 area, which isn't a normal position for the enemy mediums to be in. And if the Big Bison's not careful here, he's going to get overrun. Finds an IS, looking at maybe trying to get a hit onto him. Lets his gun close in, but not quite enough, as that one misses. WZ comes charging around the corner. Hopefully some of the guys behind him may be able to do something about him. Takes a hit from the right-hand side. Comet crashes squarely into the side of him, taking off a decent chunk of his hit points, but also getting himself blown up. All this Comet has actually done, though, is just provided the Big Bison with some cover. Looks like he's a little bit stuck on this Comet, as he wasn't able to reverse away. Luckily, his very nicely sloped front armor was able to turn that shot aside from the WZ. Now he's going to get two hits, or one hit straight through the side of that WZ. WZ still trying to move around the corner. Looks like people are starting to fall back from this flank, abandoning Big Bison to his fate, maybe. Gets a shot on the side of that IS there, and there's quite a lot of enemy tanks pushing around now. This WZ has decided that he wants the Big Bison dead, but this Comet is doing great work here, providing some great blade of armor for the Big Bison. Takes a hit from the Tiger there. That one takes out his gunner, going to bring him back to life, and now he's got to focus on the guys in front of him. The people doing damage to him at the moment is that Tiger, so he's got to take him out first. Got to keep an eye on that Lorraine that's flanking around the side. Luckily, the positioning of his allies means that Lorraine won't be able to push too far out. T-54 is a pal and distracts that WZ long enough for the Big Bison to take him out. He does fall as well. Not really sure that T-54 knew what he was getting into. There was 3 tanks around this corner, where the Big Bison is still in a fantastic position. Gets another good hit on to the Tiger 1 there. Still having a look to his right-hand side as there's a Lorraine and a Centurion 7-1. Takes a hit from that Tiger 1, but it only takes his track off. T-54 comes charging forward now, but realizes that the Big Bison's got backup in the form of this Pershing and maybe that Ferdinand behind as well, so he starts to fall back. Gets a great shot onto that IS as he tries to back away. Left him with only 42 hit points left. Hopefully he can reload in time to take him out, but this T-54 gets in the way and starts being very aggressive. So Big Bison decides to hit him instead, just to try and dissuade him from being any more aggressive as he takes out the IS. The T-54 realizes that the tide has changed and starts to fall back just as an AMX-30 comes charging in. Gets a fantastic shot there to get some damage, and somebody else takes his track out. He's realized that discretion is the better part of valor, and now the T-54's coming in. One at a time, these guys are deciding that they should fall back and then come forward, and nobody can really come up with a coherent plan as Big Bison's just sat here behind his Comet in a great side-scraping position, just absorbing shot after shot after shot. Only gets a 0 damage critical onto that AMX-30. He's only got 24 health now, so he's going to go and turret hug the T-54. Got to be aware of this AMX-30, though, as the T-54 gets taken out by the M46 pattern. And the tide of this battle has really changed now. This AMX-30 could still make him dead, though. He's trying to keep the front armor on target. The MX-30 doesn't quite know where to shoot. His shot bounces anyway. That is the hit and the kill. And if you haven't noticed, he's done over 5,000 points of damage now and walked away with his life. But there is still this Centurion 7-1 zooms in. Can he get his track? He can't quite, but it looks like he gets taken out by the Ferdinand. and that looks like it's pretty much GG. So an awesome bit of luck at the end there for Big Bison to have his friends take out the Centurion, as his shot did bounce. This Lorraine is still around here somewhere, as he's getting closed in on. It would be nice if Big Bison could get a hit onto him just to get a little bit more damage, but even if he doesn't, this one has been fast and furious, and we haven't stopped talking pretty much since the chime went for the battle to start. This Lorraine is getting focused down now. Everybody moves in. That is the kill, and that is the game. So awesome game played there by the Big Bison, picking himself up over 5,000 points of damage. Only 3 kills, but still coming away with his life, despite the fact that it looks like most of the enemy team were concentrated over here. And he was able to hold this flank with the support of a couple of good tanks behind him. So awesome game from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that's in the description. I've been Maxwell. This has been a World of Tanks replay, and I will catch you guys next time.